Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Indoor-Outdoor Henry Metal Shade Small Sconce, Wall Sconce. This is going to be the 30-27-10. So this is going to be the wall sconce for the Henry collection. That's going to be 9.2 inches in diameter. It's the smaller version. It's also a larger version that's 14.4 inches in diameter. Check it out as well. There's also some other sconces just like this in the Henry collection that actually have glass shades on them, so you might want to look at those. And there's lots of pendants, indoor and outdoor, that go with this as well. So you can use this outdoors. Obviously it's an outdoor sconce, but a lot of our customers are going to be using this indoors because it just ticks a lot of boxes of what they want in a sconce, and it's very nice to look at. It's a really pretty piece. Why don't we hop into the size of the fixture itself? And we're going to be talking about the overall height. That's the distance from the very bottom of the shade to the top of the back plate. That's coming in at 10.5. And like I said before, the diameter of the shade is 9.2. Projection, that's the distance from the wall coming out, is coming out at 10.4. So the mounting height, so that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture, bottom of that shade, to the middle of your junction box is coming in at 3.9. And the back plate that's going to go over this junction box is 4.9 by 5.5. So I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you it has a universal mounting bracket kit. It goes right over your junction box, and there's a lot of holes on this, so it can accommodate all kinds of different boxes, so you're all covered there. It's going to show you some really good line drawings of the back of this, the back of that back plate, and how it goes onto your junction box. So it's always good to use those installation sheets because they show you a lot of good line drawings and little tidbits of information you're not going to see by just looking at a photograph. So let's talk about a couple other quick things. If you're in the California, the sunny state of California, and you're pulling permits, so that would be new permits for new construction or new permits for renovation, and the building inspector is going to be coming out to see you, they are probably going to want you to do something like this. And this is a California Title 24 compliant GU24 socket. So see the little prongs on that? It just clicks in. This does not allow you to use an incandescent bulb or a halogen bulb inside of that fixture, so that's what a lot of those guys want you to do. If you're in that situation, just email us and tell us what you're doing, and I can look into this as a custom for you. We do it all the time, not a big deal. For everyone else, you're going to be using just a regular socket that's going to come with it automatically, medium base porcelain socket in a metal housing that's going to be facing down inside that conical hood. And there's lots of bulbs that you can use for this. Hubbardton recommends in their application a par 20 bulb. If you want to stick with the halogen version, you can still do that up to 50 watts. But this is a really good LED version of a par 20, which I picked up on Amazon. It's part of their Amazon Basics brand, and it shoots a beautiful beam of light in a great color, and it's nice and crisp. And it's an LED, so it doesn't get really hot and all those good things. But this is the one that they recommend. However, there's lots of other ones too, don't forget. And a lot of people like this fixture and kind of like the aesthetics of how it has kind of an old-timey look. And they might wander into something called an Edison bulb. And an Edison bulb is kind of like this, but it has a little point on the end. Looks like Thomas Edison made it in his little factory for you in New Jersey. But that kind of goes with the fixture. But I don't think you really need to go there necessarily, because these bulbs, which you can get everywhere, these clear ones, I got these at my grocery store. I picked up the big one at Home Depot. Have that same kind of cool look to them. So they have that, again, old-timey look. And this is an A19. So this is the bulb that we all grew up with size-wise. It's very easy. This is an A20. They'll both fit. This might protrude out the bottom of the fixture a little bit, but I think that's kind of okay on this fixture because it kind of goes with the whole look. I can find this up to a 150 watt equivalent if I really look, but if I really want to go easy, this is a 100 watt equivalent that I picked up at Home Depot in a 4-pack, and it was very inexpensive. I thought it was a good deal. So these bulbs are going to be offered to you in all kinds of different ways. You can find these in 2700 Kelvin. They're going to be super yellow light coming out of these things, but they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and that's one you got to be really careful about, because daylight is that bluish white light, like an overcast day or a convenience store. So that's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is what's the light coming down on this table. That's That's 3,000 Kelvin. That's warm white, soft white. So that's what we use here. That's what these bulbs are that I always pick up. And that gives you the same nice glow. In any event, if you're going to be using this inside, you might want to go for a dimmable bulb. Indoors or outdoors, it's dimmable without a problem. You just have to pick up the right bulb. Make sure it says that. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.